operating on a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. For you who've been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable.
Let's jump over and have it.
And some very fancy transitions.
Ooh.
My name is Stuart Green. I am the captain of London Urchins with Science, which is a team made up of myself, Ollie Cornish, and Tom Fletcher. And we are three people from London Urchins that just like playing in a team together. We've been doing KOTE for quite a while now. I think this is our third KOTE as a team, the three of us. I am on my second deck. I'm on Brisk Siren Gregor, which is a Logos Shadows Untamed deck from Mass Mutation. Not much to say, really. It's quite a fast deck. Seems to be quite consistent. Not really a great deal I can say about it at the moment, I think. I've done no preparation for this match. I just unfortunately haven't had the time this week, so I'm going in very much on the fly. Let's have fun. Let's remember that KOTE is a fun event and Keyforge should be fun, and may the best pilot win. Take care, cheers, bye.
Hello, I'm Zammario, an Italian, one of the best in Italy. I have win a lot of events, store champion, good position in Grand Championship and World Tour, and I have win Prime. And my deck is Marker at Market Pupil. That is not my top right now, but it was my top for a long time. And is a Star Alliance Logos Star. His real power is the efficiency, because this deck is really rapid, and Star Alliance is a lot of house cheat, and Logos 2 is really rapid, and you can use your deck in a really rapidly, and you have your combo in recircle, and you can use them again and again. The great combo of this deck is that you can use City-State Interest and Axiom in Saurian and in Star Alliance 2, and with a great board give you a great advantage in a lot of game. Another Tesh card that help a lot is Desania, that in this meta help me in a lot of game, because opponent cannot archive a good card and good combo. I have not prepared this game, but I know very well my deck, and I'm certainly I will do the right thing, because I have played like 1,500 games with this deck, and with this deck too, I have win a prime and 3 top 8. Because of that, I'm really sure about it, and I have not to test first of the game. Good luck and have fun.
Hi, hello. My name is Dominic. I'm from Can't Touch This Keyforge team, and here, together with my friend from my team, with Robik Szary. Hi, Robik.
Hi.
We'll be deconstructing two decks, two matchups actually, for the KOTE 7 4th round. And today we are deconstructing only two matchups, because the first matchup will be deconstructing will be a matchup for two games. So captain decks and red player decks are the same in both teams. So let's see the first matchup. So on the left team we will see Brisk Siren Gregor, really nice deck from Mass Mutation, and on the other side there is Marx Ratamarket's Pupil, and it's Words Collide deck. Both decks are really nice. High SAS value, um, really high speed, really high efficiency. What do you think about Mark's Robic?
Well, really, really nice deck from Worlds Collide. Definitely, we see the houses we really want when we open a Worlds Collide deck, and each house has brilliant stuff, many combos, and it's hard to start from one house because every house is amazing, and we can start from maybe Star Alliance when you have double Kirby's and double frames. The frames with Blaster, so we can just move around the blaster from frame to frame to just get the amber captured on frame to our pool. And the what the greatest is there the greatest way to put amber on frames, mm, excluding Sorians and maybe some captures and exiles, and we have it in Sorians. So we have the Phalanx Strike, we have Hisario, which can make uh, our frames be in the Sorian for one turn and also exalt them, right? So there's plenty of ways to put Amber on frame and then move it to our pool. Also, we can see the logos, which doesn't disappoint. We have double candle unit, the premium daughter, and really high speed in this deck because of the Kirby's, the daughters, and also we have Warhomes, Total Vapors. And what do we also need? Maybe the board wipe and the Axiom of Risk is here, and most of our creatures will have Ember on them just because we have the Primus Ongis. So I feel like this deck has all it takes, maybe a little bit lacking in the Ember control, right? Because there's no like scaling Ember control, and it lacks a little bit of artifact control, but it's definitely a deck with many combos and will be really fun to play. And I'm really excited to see it being played in this round.
Yeah, as I see, it's 14 pure synergy here, so it's a lot. It's a lot. Also, as I see here, every house here is working well with the other two. So that's actually something we really want to see in the Worlds Collide deck. So on my side, we see some fresh blood, as we could see, as we could say, deck from the newest expansion from Mass Mutation. I'm not quite used to this new expansion because we didn't have much competitive play since there was this COVID situation. But from the first glance, I see very famous combo with autoencoder and punctuated equilibrium. So here, I believe this could be the key factor that decided that this deck would be played in KOTE 7. Unfortunately, in this matchup, we could get hit by the Sanya. So when we archive up to 5 cards from our from the top of our deck, we could get hit by the Sanya and lose all the cards and give our opponent 5 Ember, unfortunately here. So what are the other combos? I would love to see the lights out on your Primus Ungis. So that would be my first line of defense here, because this Primus Ungis could make your creatures really, really big. Also, I believe I could try to Skippy Time Hog you, preventing Orator Hisario and Double Frames shenanigans during the Saurian turn with this jumping Frames Blaster and City State Interests and all this stuff. Also, I believe I would just play my game. I would try to reap as many Ember as I could, because I also lack Ember control. and my board control is not as good as yours. So this could be an favorable matchup for you, but not for me. What do you think about the rating for this round, for this matchup?
Yes, I think like we see two decks, both relying on speed, and one has actually like much more speed, and so I feel like it should be one-sided. I feel like Mark should have around 70% chance to win. There are ways to lose the matchup with, as you said, lights out on some creatures with a high amber count on them, and you can also just start your game with the combo, and there's only one Desanya. There's a possibility to draw the Desanya, right? So I feel like if you will play your game, just try to avoid just Desanya. There is like 30% of the chance that you win. What do you think?
Yeah, I would go with 30-70 because if I play Punctuated Equilibrium before you archive your Desanya, I have a potential to discard it. But if you archive your Desanya and you have some ways to archive it with Tau Vapors or even with Information Officer Grey, that's actually my worst nightmare come true, and you will get almost full key from my cards. Also, my autoencoder is pretty much useless until I see the Desanya hit your board or discard pile. So yeah, 30-70 would be also my choice here. Cool, so let's go to the next one.
And we're unmuted. Sorry, man. Yeah.
Hey!
I was on the other side of the room when I finished, so I wasn't quite ready. So here we go at the start. So we look at the top, we have slogans from London Urchins. The bottom, we have San Marino from Italian Autocannons.
Perfect start. Drop a Kirby. And Wild Worms was Lieutenant. Nice. Slogans. Master Plan. Gonna drop. You ransack a look over there. Drops a Econist. Drops the ransack to steal from Wild Wormhole. Discards the autoencoder. As Cancer, she said, it's pretty much a dead card until the steady comes down, so that's not a bad discard to get rid of.
Just to remind us, what's the word on Distania?
Distania is it will discard each card in your opponent's archives, and you gain 1 number for each card that was archived.
That was the one, yeah.
Interesting choice to put the Quadricard on the Lieutenant Kahar. It's always more interesting to put it on an opponent's creature, especially if that creature's got Skirmish, because it still has the same effect even on an opponent's creature. Reaps with Economist and Reaps with Soldier ID, and on the turn we were discussing, Calvin was dropped on Lieutenant Kahar, which got the extra draw for the Reap, and Kirby allowed the playing of Imperium, which is why they're both warded. Primus Ingus with 2 taunted creatures. Primus Ingus gives each creature plus 2 power for each amber on Primus Ingus. We see Frame, we see Axiom, we see Questajata. Dimo Beast drops down.
Discarding
Song of the Wild.
So wild.
Has to use Master Plan here. Reclaim by Nature gets rid of it, but slogans not quite on check at this point in time. Thanks to the Lieutenant here. Train going to take that even further away and put more power. Look at the power coming on these creatures now. Drops Nasoto. Zad Mario just running away with this game at the moment, in terms of ball control, in terms of amber control.
Well, they're both on 5 amber though, so yeah, he's in some dimensions he is, but not the one that matters. Here you go, getting back to 6 amber.
It doesn't matter because the keys cost 8 thanks to the Quadricorder.
Yep. That's what I mean. Sogus is going to have to get some stuff in place to deal with the board, with the Italians board.
Has to deal with that Quadricorder on the Lieutenant Kahar, and has to deal with that Primus Ungus, because all these creatures are just going to keep getting bigger while you've got that massive warded creature.
So Savage Clash may be interesting to deal with that shortly.
Savage Clash is going to be absolutely huge here, especially since you get to choose the largest creature, but 2 of them are warded, so you're probably going to pick one that gets rid of the wards as well.
Definitely.
So first, Lulm is going to be a huge target to get rid of. Channel Hubris is going to decrease his power of his creatures, but we're going to put it on shoulder id. And now Zan Mario sitting on check. And I don't think Slogans has a way to get Zan Mario off check here. Reaps draws a card with Dino Beast, is going to Reap with the Munchling, excellently done. Drop the Savage Clash, keeps Munchling because it's got the anti-steal. Chooses Legionary, keeps the other two gets rid of the ward on the other two creatures.
Yep.
Drew a Lights Out. Now that's beautiful. That's a beautiful Lights Out.
Yeah.
Slogan's most likely going to be forging for 8 here, but he's going to immediately set himself up to forge the second key.
Mm-hmm.
This is really nicely done. Zan Mario has got himself back up to 6, but that does not matter because Slogans has got the Rad Penny and is still chained from the Axiom, which means that this Subtle Auto is going to have a bit more value.
Subtle
Auto hitting the Telltale Vapors.
Oh, perfect timing.
Very perfect time. Gets to 8. Slogans sat on the second key. And here we go. Zan Mario drops the candle unit. Second candle unit. So this is going to affect the reaping.
Mm-hmm.
Because each reap is now a card draw.
2 card draws, 2 candle units.
2 candle units, exactly. Q-Mech with Q-Mech, not the Q-Mech with the Amber Pip though. The Q-Mech with the Amber Pip is very nice. Skippy Time Hog, so Zan Mario cannot use any of his creatures next turn. Drops Daughter to draw and Diametric Charge to just do some damage. It's not really going to affect anything. Zan Mario chooses Logos, can't use any of his cards. So, yep, that's an instant skip from Zan Mario. That was a bit of a misplay, but Slogan's taking advantage of this and going straight into Untamed. Slapping the board down, Reaping for 2, getting back up to 6. Drops Glorious Attendant, drops Devil's Beast, and now sat at 6. This does force Zan Mario back into Logos, has to capture on the candle units. Nice use of Group Think Tank to clear the board. Candle unit to Reap, candle unit to capture. And now we're going to see the rest of the board get taken out here thanks to Twin Bolt. Staying here for 1. Information exchange for 2. Zan Mario's just taking this board back, taking this amber back now. Gets himself up to 9.
He's still a key behind though, so we'll get the next key probably.
Yeah, he's still a key behind. We'll definitely get his key. Boom. Gets him back up to 6, forcing Zan Mario back into Logos, having to get the capture. Reap. And now we can see the hand here, so we know the optimal play here is for Slogans to go Rad Penny, get Zan Mario down to 5, seeking another Rad Penny back into deck and get to 7. But as decided to go Logos, Titan Engineer increasing key cost, Q-Mech. That does set up the board a little bit easier. Goes back into Logos, capture, reap, get up to 9, and Slogans has no answer. Let's punctuate Equilibrium. Pulls into some sort of god tier Untamed play.
We've seen it before.
We have seen it before. We can see the hands. We know what the optimal plays are. There's City State Interest. Zan Mario's been digging that all through this game, but it's going to get immediately disappear. Round the sack, lights out, look over there. All the cards that he needed, unfortunately, just came up a little bit there.
Well, that's the end of the game. That was an awesome game.
It's a very quick game. I didn't need to edit it as much as I did. Both players played absolutely beautifully there. Slogans, unfortunately,
the
just
difficult part is I have to keep a lot of turn axiom, and I have never found the city state, and I have ever to leave 2 or 3 more creators to the opponent, and that was a problem because in the start I have taken a good Star Alliance, but